The exercise that leads up to the front somersault is the forward roll. Begin learning the forward roll by rocking on your back. Lie on the back, hands hold the shins, head tucked in, chin to chest, and try to rock forward and backward. After a few rocking motions, rock forward into a squat. Yes, this is a simple exercise and surely won't give anybody any trouble. The next step is the forward roll from a supported squat. Hands flat on the floor, parallel to each other, head tucked in, chin to chest. This position is also called the supported tuck. Spotting for this exercise. With the far hand, hold the neck and pull the head down. With the near hand under the hips, give him rotation. Once again, let's look at the spotting. With the far hand on the neck, pull the head down. With the near hand, hold under the hips and rotate him forward. The next exercise is a roll forward from a half squat. This is the full form of the forward roll. A technically correct forward roll ought to look like this: half squat, arms forward, and the takeoff. After the takeoff, extend the legs. Land in the supported squat and stand up. Once again, half squat, arms forward, and jump forward onto hands. Straighten the knees. Land in the supported squat and stand up. Once again, notice that legs have to be completely straight in the knees and feet, with toes pointing down. At the instant when hips touch the floor, grab the shins to roll into the supported squat. To learn the front somersault, it is necessary to first acquaint oneself with folding the body for the tucked front somersault. Begin by lying supine, with arms straight overhead. By a quick swing of the arms forward and by bending the hips and knees, sit up in the tucked position. Head has to be pulled down, tucked in. Knees slightly apart for safety, so not to knee yourself in the chin. Feet squeezed together and pointed down, the back rounded. Once again, lie on the back, arms overhead, and 1. This is the quick folding into the tuck position. The first phase of the somersault is the takeoff, and now we will learn it. Do the takeoff off both feet after a step and a jump. The step is short, the jump is long, with arms up, and then the jump straight up. Arms are stretched overhead, close by the ears. Make a step forward, swing arms down and back. Jump forward while swinging the arms forward and up, to land on both feet with arms overhead and jump straight up off both feet. Once again, during the step and jumps, look at the mattress. Do not look to the sides or up. Look down at the mattress. Step, jump forward, jump high up, arms overhead close by the ears, and a landing. After the landing, try to stand balanced without turning. Landing turn means that arms were not working symmetrically. The other way of learning the takeoff is jumping onto an elevation. So, the same step, jump forward with arms overhead, and jump up to the elevation. Jumping up on the elevation, you should not bend the knees, so you know how high you have actually jumped. Someone who bends the knees in flight may jump low, but, thanks to bending the legs, still manage to land on top of the mattress. Once again, let's look. A jump and a landing on straight legs. During the jump, keep the arms up. During the landing, lower them sideways. The next learning step is doing the forward roll after the jump. Go ahead. Yes. We see that after the takeoff, legs remain extended until he rolls over his back and his hips touch the mattress. Then he tucks himself and grabs his shins. Once again. Fine. After learning the takeoff, the next step in learning the tucked front somersault is folding the body into the tuck. We have introduced this skill earlier, showing it done while lying on the floor. Now, after the takeoff, strongly pull the trunk forward, grab the knees, and land sitting on the mattress. Let's see. Jump, take off, yes. If the arms do not move straight, then you'll sit crooked. To fix this error, extend the legs after the takeoff and keep them straight until the landing in the sitting position. The arms are kept overhead and you sit with arms up like this. When this sitting straddle is straight and you are facing squarely forward, then you can progress to the next exercise. That is, after the takeoff, grab your shins and land in the tucked sitting straddle. Position of the head, chin to chest. Feet turned slightly out. Knees apart for safety, so not to hit the chin or the nose. Once again. The same exercise, but do it higher. So to roll from this sitting tuck to a squat. To perfect the takeoff and to have more time for folding into the tuck and performing the somersault, use a mini trampoline. After the step, jump on the trampoline with arms up and take off from the trampoline. Spotting the somersault is done like this. The hand near the student is put under his navel. With the other hand on his neck, I pull forward to give him a forward rotation. Once again, jump with arms up. During the landing, I support the student under his back and at his elbow to keep him from rotating too much and falling on his head. After the takeoff from the trampoline, smoothly sweep arms and the head down. The head leans forward, chin to chest until the landing, so not to hurt the neck in case of an accidental fall. Once again, let's look at actions of the arms and head. After the takeoff, a strong swing of the arms and the head down. Yes. After performing the tucked front somersault off the mini trampoline, if we see that the student does well in the air and can land almost on his own, we move on to the floor, where from the same takeoff, with spotting, he'll try to perform the front somersault. During the pre-run, the whole time, look at the spot you'll take off from. After the takeoff, arms and head sweep down. Try to grab the knees in the air. Go ahead. Spotting is the same as previously. That is, during the landing, I hold behind his back and at his elbow to keep him from over-rotating and rolling on his face. During the takeoff, the near hand under the navel, the other hand behind the neck. Once again. The moment of the takeoff for the front somersault. Arms overhead, chin down, hips back slightly. The jump is on the balls of the foot, and this is the position from which one can execute the correct front somersault. The essential points for the takeoff are position of hips in relation to the feet. If hips are slightly behind the feet during the takeoff, then the takeoff is up. If hips move forward over the feet during the takeoff, then the somersault will be done far forward but low. Once again, he jumps with feet slightly ahead of the hips, and the landing with spotting. Once again, we see that my colleague does not jump very high because his trunk leans forward. His feet are ahead of his hips, but the trunk leans forward. We tried to reach high with arms, and the somersault was higher right away. Once again, after the takeoff, you can't hesitate and delay tucking. You have to smoothly swing the arms and the head downward so not to cause suspending of the somersault. Yes, nice takeoff. We could see the jump with feet ahead of the hips. Once again, reach high with arms, and the first move is as if jumping at a wave coming at you. Pull your arms and the head over the crest of this wave. Suspending a somersault in the air happens when, after taking off, as you gain height, you delay or interrupt your rotation, so your trunk does not fold and you do not roll forward in the air. Then, most often, you end up head down because the head, trunk, and arms are heavier than the legs. Such a change of mind or an interruption of pulling forward with the head and arms, or even worse, the opening of the somersault and slowing down of rotation, may result in a fall and a hospital stay. Perfecting the front somersault, we can perform a pike front somersault, the somersault with knees straight.